It has been a stressful couple of weeks for me. I've really been putting myself through the ringer. And even with all that stress, to top everything off, I've decided to start training to be a pro climber. And I know a lot of you are probably gonna be shocked to hear this, right? You're like, wow, I mean, I can see it, right? Like I'm almost there. How am I gonna get over that hump? What am I gonna do to get to the next level, to become a full-blown pro climber? 2028 Olympic Games, what's the plan? Well, I have a little secret weapon by the name of Emil Abrahamson. I don't know how to say your fucking name, dude. Somebody's gotta tell me how to say this guy's name. Emil has taken me on as his disciple after defeating me in a dyno showdown. And his first lesson for my training to be a pro climber is to take his 5-week-long crimped training plan. So I decided I would walk you guys through a day in the life of a pro climber, starting with day 1, hard projecting. For those of you that don't know what hard projecting is, this is where you do the same boulder over and over again until you either send it or your fingers look like fucking E.T. Also, can we talk about how stupid the kid in that movie is? He's an extraterrestrial alien and the whole US government wants it. He doesn't bargain or at all. He spends like half the movie fucking crying. Dude, if I were that kid, I would have bargained for so much. I would have given up that alien in a heartbeat. I want some V-Bucks and a fidget spinner, and not one of those crappy cheap ones from Walmart. I want one of the nice ones, like the $12 ones. I forget what we were talking about. Where were we at? Hard projecting, boulder number 2. So the second boulder I decided to project was this slab dyno. I love dynos, as much as the next dynoist. Not a huge fan of slab dynos for obvious reasons. And the problem with this one that was really throwing me off was you could jump too hard. I've never done a dyno where you can over jump the jump. This is a really compy one where you have to like dial in the jump perfectly. So you either don't jump far enough and you slide down the volume, or you jump too far and you swing off the pinch. And I tried this a bunch of times. I was really struggling and I was like, all right, I gotta take a dump. And I don't know what was up with this gym. For some reason, there were like 16 people in the bathroom. There were more people in the bathroom than there were out in the bouldering area. And they weren't in transient either. They were locked in. They were hanging out in the bathroom. One dude was drinking his protein shake and having a casual conversation like he has no idea what the function of a bathroom is. So I get in there and I blew that place up.
Dude, hurry up, I have to shit.
And now that I'd cleansed myself, figured it was a good time to hop back on that boulder.
There we go.
All right. That's right, halfway through my first session on Emil's training plan, it's already working. If not as a climbing tool, at least as a diuretic. You wanna clear yourself out, try this training plan, it really works. Also, I haven't talked about it, got a new mic. This is the one I see all the other YouTubers use. I don't know what I'm doing, so I just copy what other people do. You guys always complain about my audio quality being too bad, so here you go.
No. I was like worried about landing on my mic.
And the last boulder I decided to project for day 1 was this wicked paddle dyno. And I'm not the best at paddle dynos, but this one was really putting me through the ringer. I was doing fine on the left hand. The right hand was absolutely terrible. I mean, this thing just pissed me off. I was not happy with this hold. I got so frustrated with it, I moved on to a different boulder to take a break, accidentally kicked the wall. I kicked the shit out of the wall, busted my shin open, and then my shin was fucked for the rest of the session. I was not having a good time. But I really wanted to go back and get this paddle dyno, so I decided, scratch everything I had learned up to this point and use my own training plan. That's right, not only does Emil have a training plan, I have my own, and mine is super simple. You don't need the crimped app, you don't need anything. It's called Being Tall.
My sensei isn't here, so I gotta figure this out on my own. Lesson number 1, never paddle dyno.
day 2 of the Emil training plan, campus bouldering day. I actually forgot to film anything for the campus bouldering day, so instead I'm gonna show you some old footage of me campusing while I tell you about this video's sponsor. Can you guess who the sponsor of this video is? I'd be shocked if you get it right. It's a wild one. Crimped. Crimped is a rock climbing training app that lets you organize your workouts in the easiest way possible. You don't need anything else, you just need the app. You don't need to come up with your own workouts. They got tons of professionally designed workouts on there. You can throw away that pencil and paper you've been using. The future is now, old man. I like to think of the Crimped app as my own personal trainer, right? If you're doing Emil's workout, it feels like Emil's right there breathing down your neck. If you're used to, taking breaks, stuff like that, not really fulfilling your workout needs because you just don't have the energy or the motivation, Crimped app's there for you. You go to take a smoothie break halfway through the workout, that timer's still going. It's like 5, 4, like Jesus Christ, all right. So click the link in the description, download the free Crimped app today, and be entered for a chance to win Crimped Plus for a week. No, wait, that's not right. A month. No, that's not right either. A year? No, wait. For life. That's like having a little Emil in your pocket for life. Whenever you need him, pull him out. It's that little friend who, pressures you into climbing all the time. But now let's move on to day 3 of the climbing plan, which is volume bouldering. For those of you that don't know what that is, I like to call that doing lots of boulders day. The plan for this day is to do 20 boulders back to back, and you're probably wondering, how are you gonna make climbing 20 boulders interesting for a video? I don't really know. I planned on standing here and rambling the entire time while it was up. The channel is called Climbing Stuff, right? So it makes sense that there'd be a lot of footage of me climbing stuff. Also brings up another point. People have asked me why my channel is called Climbing Stuff. Why don't I have a name like Magnus Mitbo, Hannah Morris, Eric Carlson? That's because my last name is Bodner, which is a Ukrainian name. It has a harsh Slavic sound to it. It doesn't really roll right off the tongue. So, I want my channel name to have a ring to it. I want people to be excited to say it. I want people to be like, yeah, you can say it really easily and it's not grating on the ears at all. I don't have a cute family-friendly Irish name like McDonald that I can just go throw around. I have a really harsh sounding name. And I could use, my mom's last name, but she's Italian. People don't like Italians, especially not American Italians. We don't have a very good reputation. So I figured I'd keep it close to the chest. We'll stick with Climbing Stuff. I think it's a good name, sounds good, it's fun, it's pretty accurate to what the channel is about. That also reminds me, when I was a kid, my grandma always used to be like, she didn't talk like that. When we first come to this country, the people not so nice. But yeah, she was like, yeah, they used to kill Italians all the time, right? They didn't like Italians very much. And I was like, wow, how could people do that? What did we do wrong? I grew up a little bit, moved to Italy, the motherland, right? It was time to go home. Lived there for 5 years, and I gotta say, like right after getting there, I was like, I get it. I understand. Did you know waiting in line is optional in Italy? So like, if you're in queue with a bunch of other people, somebody else will just walk in and just right to the front of the line, cut in front of everybody. And if you try to say anything about it, they're just like, allora. And after living there for a few years, my perspective changed a little bit. I was imagining like my great grandfather getting off the boat in like New York or something for the first time. And there's like a long ass line for customs. And he's just like right up to the front. And everybody else in line is like, all right, somebody get a fucking rope. I don't even know what boulder, what are we on, like V5 right now? I'm gonna pretend I have no idea what boulder we're on right now. I'm just rambling. Yeah, V5. V5 is the grade. I always get in my head a little bit. If there's a chance I'm not gonna flash something, V5 is the grade that's gonna happen. I also have this really bad habit of, if I can't flash a boulder, I just quit. I'm done. I take it really personally. I'm also realizing right now that this is probably the most static climbing you guys have ever seen me do. It's pretty much all static climbing, deep in the heart of enemy territory. You gotta get intel on your enemies. And since I have no idea how far we are, I'm gonna leave you here until we get to the next part that I have something written to talk about. Now I did need to do 20 boulders for this day of training, so I did try slab. And you know, I'm not proud of it, but I wanted to make sure you guys knew I was capable of climbing V3 on the slab wall. You know, I wanted you guys to respect me a little bit more, so here's a V3 slab boulder for you. It's probably done already. I have no idea what's happening. But the real cherry on top for this day was the route setters at my gym decided to surprise me with a ungraded dyno boulder. All right, this is the ungraded dyno. Some say it's a V17. I'll be the judge of that. Oh God, this shit sucks. Oh my God. Yeah, holds up. That's a V17.
Gotta get a second try.
Yeah. Oh, that one's better than I thought it would be. So that's a typical week in the life for a pro climber, I would assume. I actually don't know, but that's the training I've been doing so far. Also, Emil has this hangboard routine you're supposed to do. I don't have any footage of it. Actually, I guess I can film something afterward. So I do have footage of it. It's up right now, I guess. But basically you like hangboard, but you don't actually hangboard. You pull on it, but you don't fully hang, and you just do it like twice a day for the rest of your life. You don't take any breaks. This is your life now. You live on that hangboard. Thankfully, I have a hangboard in the same room as my TV. So I just watch TV and hangboard. It's pretty chill. It's a pretty good excuse to have, watch TV and say that I'm working. Apparently this is supposed to make your fingers like strong as shit. It's supposed to give you like bison fingers. So I'm pretty excited about that. Excited to try it out. If you guys are interested in trying it out, don't forget, you can click the link in the description. Try to get Crimp Plus for life. I'm really falling apart here, all right? And thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday.